Hello everyone, my name is Vanessa and today I'm going to be talking about some qualitative research methods. So if we'll get started, I just want to give a quick scenario to get us into the qualitative mindset. A scenario that I have is McDonald's introducing plant-based menu items. So McDonald's might want to know a response to possibly introducing some plant-based menu items. So a good idea for them would be to do a focus group. And so in this scenario, they might gather like 8 to 10 people and put them in a focus group to discuss the plant-based menu items and encourage people to share their opinions on potential flavors and like marketing ideas, packaging concepts. And they would ask open-ended questions like, what are your thoughts on plant-based foods in fast food settings? What flavor options would appeal to you most? And how do you feel about packaging for eco-conscious items since it's plant-based? And so why this would work is because we would get rich feedback that allows for detailed and nuanced responses that would reveal like customer preferences and emotional reactions and motivations. We would get some interactive insight so the participants can engage with each other's ideas, and it would like spark a more creative atmosphere. And then, so exploration of new ideas. So exploring a concept like plant-based options would require understanding of like cultural and emotional and personal perceptions, which is great for a focus group. So why a qualitative method wouldn't work in this case is because, well, you wouldn't get any of the benefits that I just said. And if you ask questions like, how likely are you to purchase plant-based items from us? That would be a quantitative question. But it really like lacks depth. It lacks spontaneous ideas, and it doesn't really have interpersonal dynamics that the focus group would allow for. So if you said, if you see that there's a high preference, it doesn't give the why. So if you asked, do you want barbecue flavor? You could say yes or no, but it doesn't really reveal what the yes is driven by. So going into these methods, I have a quote here from Kaplan and Maxwell, and I can read that for you right now. So, when a researcher or evaluator wishes to study issues that are not easily partitioned or discrete entities, or to examine dynamics of a process rather than its static characteristics, qualitative methods are more useful than solely quantitative ones. So I have the researcher pondering, and then the qualitative methods will often tell us the why rather than the what. The benefits of qualitative methods are understanding people's interpretations, discovering new phenomena. We will have a greater level of richness in detail and increased interpretability, meaningfulness, validity of data and findings. So the 3 types of qualitative research methods that we have are focus groups, in-depth interviews, and participant observation. So for focus groups, I have a drawing of an example of a focus group about like a new jam packaging. These people are talking about it. And so what we do want to do and what we benefit from focus groups are capturing natural comments or language, understanding factors that influence opinions and motivations, and just understanding different perspectives and getting that group interpersonal communication. So what focus groups are not good for is educating people. If you want to educate, not really for focus groups. If you want a consensus, if you're asking sensitive information, the last thing you want to do is have a focus group where it's very tense. People aren't speaking up because it's too emotionally charged. And you want to keep the questions to maybe like 12 maximum. So next we have in-depth interviews. So to get into it, the advantages of an in-depth interview would be you can go through a large amount of material in a short amount of time and allows for access to issues not easily addressed by participant observation methods. So I have a picture of an interviewee and an interviewer, and you want to keep these questions of the interview process very non-directive and draw out the response from the respondent. So you don't want to format the questions as like, tell me about blah, blah, blah. You kind of want to draw it out from them and have them tell you. Some disadvantages of this are a limited number of respondents, and sometimes the cost can be costly. So lastly, we have participant observation. So what this is good for is gaining access and just, overview for seeing kind of from an outside perspective how people react to the different things that you want to observe. So, a disadvantage is you could run the risk of missing meaning as a complete observer to going native of a complete participant. And so an example of the observation could be if you are a video game producer and you want to see how people navigate the screens, or if you have a product in a grocery store and you want to observe how shoppers interact with your product, that would be when you would use participant observation. So my name is Vanessa Crook, and this has been my video. Thank you very much.